صباح الخير. Hello and welcome back to another live. Good morning. I know it's like was the weekend, so how was your weekends? So for people who are new with us today, hello and welcome to my channel. The morning tea talk is about everything concerning Morocco, basically, like literally everything. It could be any topic concerning like economy of Morocco, concerning relationship, concerning like literally anything. So I really hope that you're going to enjoy this live and learn something from it, because learning a language is more than just sentences. Learning language is more about getting to know the people and the culture, and just like be a part of the whole thing. So yes, today I'm going to answer all of your questions, because Monday is a good way to reflect on what we have learned the last week. So I know like during weekends I'm not live, like I don't be live during the weekends. So it's like a good way to just like sit and study and see what do you have, and just like review and revise everything you learned. So yeah, if anyone have any questions, you are welcome to ask any question. Yes. How long do you think it will take to learn the Darija language? Okay. So the noun. So it depends on the person, honestly. It's not like people like learn faster than people, but some people have like certain methods that it helps them, and some people they don't know like how they don't know how themselves like will be able to learn that certain language. So if you know yourself, you would like know like when you're going to finish. If you really like want to learn Darija, it's not going to take you long, because when you love something, when you have motivation and desire and you really want to learn a language, you would like do it daily, and you will try. And when you try, you learn like you learn this faster. And when people like sometimes like they just like learn, be motivated in the beginning, and they learn, and then they would not practice, or they would like go like a long period without revising or reviewing, it takes longer. So it's about discipline. It's about like to be persistent, like with your learnings. For example, if you are just like put a time. For example, if you are working and you don't have a lot of time, just like take like 20 minutes a day, and that's going to be easier for you. So I don't know how much time you have. If you like, of course, if you are like studying longer hours every day, is not going to be long. And define like how you will learn the language. And are you talking about like mastering the language? Are you talking about just like speaking fluently and be able to communicate with others? So it depending on your goals. Of course, mastering the language take like longer. So just like as any other language, but just like surviving in Morocco, it will take you like just like a month to like to know how to talk about different topics. And it will take like every month you will see like something like added more. It could be like, I don't know, like honestly, if you are like just learning every day in a different way, like in a good with a good method, like the first week you would see like a big change. For example, if I wanted to learn a language, it will take me the first week to be able to talk, and not like just talk like talk, just like to introduce myself, asking questions, answering questions, all the first thing. I think second week would make you go like talking about routines, what you like, what you don't like. And then 2 weeks is going you're going to see a change, like you're going to see like improvements if you do that. Yeah, sometimes people like don't like speaking because they are afraid of making mistakes. But Joanna, if you just like talk with yourself, just like recording yourself, or like looking at the mirror and just like trying to uh, use those words, is going to you're going to be more comfortable. And I know it's like always hard to speak a language for the first time, like, and you will hate it because you in your mind, and when you write you are like really good at it, but when you try to say it out loud, like it's become like really hard, and it's going to be like very heavy for you to say something. And this is it's all about practice. You will feel like shy and all of the normal feelings. We are like just humans, so that's like normal. But if you're going to jump on that step, it's going to be like really easy. And this is why I say, like, to everyone, when you learn a language, just like try to say it from the first time. Like, for example, if you learn a sentence, use it, even if it's by yourself. I was practicing with my boyfriend the word ma. He told me I sounded like a cat. That's not encouraging. So that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry if you hear any noise. So our neighbors I think they are fixing something. So if you heard any noise, so I'm sorry about that. When you get the positive feedback from a person, it encourages you to talk more. But when someone tell you something like, "Oh, you sound like a cat" or something, then you will feel like encouraged, like, to try more, because when he said that, so basically you will be like scared to say anything else. But okay, so here's the thing, like, it's so funny that Moroccan guys and girls sometimes they think that criticism is funny, so, and cute. So for them, when they say something like that, they mean like, "Oh, it's like cute, you sound cute." So like for the others, it's not encouraging. Same for me. Like, I wouldn't like be encouraged if I heard like any comments or any anything bad. So but don't let that like stop you from talking. Don't let that, even if he said like a cat, still like you tell him, "Okay, well, show me how to say it like a person." And I know, like, I understand you're not going to be able to describe how you will be able to say that word. So basically, it's like about mouth movement and breathing and where the sound came from. Mouth, mouth. It's like meh, meh. If you want the M to go like really good, like with your mouth, you have to press on your lips with the mouth, mouth, so that the S sound is going to go out stronger. Mouth, mouth, mouth. Masbah, masbah. Kanfiq masbah. He tried so hard for that sound, and I just couldn't get it. Okay, at least like you're trying. Okay, it's not like he, even if he tried hard, but it's like really hard like to describe where the sound is came from. Like, but if you know like your muscles, if you try just like to practice the sound by itself, like I do have like a video on the sound. I think it was like a live. It was like the first live, not the first live, like a first like listen number one in like a coffee talk. So just try to practice that. It's like it's not hard as you think, but it's like one of the hardest sounds, like a and qa. Good morning, Hassan. لاباس عليك? How is everyone? كل شيء مزيان؟ كيف صبحتوا اليوم؟ So yes, like speaking is very important, because even when you learn, like you can like learn the whole language and be like a good to write like good with it and understand it and everything. But also like speaking is very important, and when you don't speak like from beginning, it gets harder later on, because you feel that you already like you took like a very long time to know how to write and to understand, but you didn't work on speaking. So when you get to a point, you feel like you don't want to deal with also learning how to speak anymore. So this is why I advise it's better like to learn everything from the beginning. Not everything, but I mean like speaking and understanding. Of course, writing is important. Grammar is important, but it comes later on. Grammar you can learn grammar like later on. but speaking and understanding is better to work on them from the beginning. What do you guys drink for this morning? For this morning, I felt like coffee. So yeah, I'm just like drinking coffee. Deco, you're very welcome. It's this comes like makes me so happy to hear like I was able to help someone somehow and just like speaking with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. So that's like really nice. Of course, she's actually like when anyone like when they learn like Darija, if like you have like a Moroccan partner, like they will be like so happy because they know like how hard it is. And some Moroccans they think that Darija is like impossible to learn, so when someone like speak with them in Darija, they feel like, oh my God, how did you do that? It's like it's something like so huge for them. So she will be like extremely happy and impressed. And it's always like really nice like to learn like a language to talk to your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It's like very sweet. You're very welcome, and I'm glad that she's happy. كسبحت مزيان وشربت القهوة. Yeah, Shivam, you kisbaht is the question. So you were not going to answer with that. You would say, you would use the past, like صبحت بخير, or just like answer like like straight. كاين شي فطور حسن أكليت غير تمر ودانون. So I ate just like some dates and yogurt. من مورا live غادي ناكل الفطور. Like after live, I will eat breakfast. Yes. What about you guys? Yes. صبحت مزيان. Or you just can say like مزيان الحمد لله شربت القهوة. Yes. Coffee time. So yes, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So as you see, like Darija is not like really hard. Like I promise, it's not hard as a lot of people say. And if you take it separate time and don't think about like the time. Don't think about like how long it's going to take me to learn the language. Um, in noun, I don't know what's your name, but you ask about how long. I would advise you not like to like think about time, but if you are in hurry, just like if you want to learn as fast as you can, just like work on it every day, because you're going to feel like very overwhelmed if you're going to think, okay, it's like 1 week I should be learning like that amount of things, and you feel like just like you are not doing enough even when you are doing enough. So and your mind is going to be blocked. So this is why I advise people not to think about time. But I am actually going to do like a challenge, and I really want like to be same as you, and like share the struggles with you and share with you my way of learning and how I would like learn language fast. I love languages, but I always like didn't have enough time. But we all like don't have enough time, but there is always a time for everything. So what I'm going to do is like on the 1st of July, so that is going to be from the 1st to 7th. So I'm going to start learning a new language, and I'm going to show you how much I can learn in 1 week, and the process and what the steps that I should take, and that is going to help me to speak during 1 week. And then we see like in the second week how it's going to develop. So I am still not sure if I want like to start with learning Spanish or French. So neither of this language, I don't speak neither of them. I do understand a little bit French. I know like just the basic, and I haven't like used it like as I said before, like more than 10 years. And Spanish, I never like used it. I only know like bien no, qué tal, um, uh, notches, something notches, something like that. So I don't know enough. So it's like basically I'm just like you, like a beginner in a language. So what I'm going to do is like a challenge so that we can both learn at the same time. حريرة ونسمن. I honestly like I only drink الحريرة. I eat الحريرة in Ramadan. مسمن not anymore. I no longer eat مسمن. Harira, for people who doesn't know, harira is like a very famous Moroccan soup with tomato, with lentil, and a lot of things. But it's like all a good thing. And I don't like really Hassan. I don't eat harira during this time because it's like already started to be hot, and the soup is hot, and is not for me. It's not like I don't feel like eating it during this time. If it was like winter time, I would. Yes, guys, if you have any questions, please ask. So as I said, like for the speaking, it's like just like speak, however it is. So for Joanna, it doesn't matter if you are saying it wrong. Just like keep speaking. Just like using the words is going to help you a lot. But yes, let me guys know what language should I learn next. Should I start with Spanish or should I start with French? So last week we talked about different things. We talked about spices, we talked about vegetables, fruits. We talked about some expressions that have the word God in it and how to use it and when to use it. We also talked about like the morning, what we do in the morning, and what else we did. But we didn't finish everything, so we're going to try to get more sentences and adjectives. Do you guys hear me well? Is the Wi-Fi good today? My daily question. I'm trying to check because I know sometimes it plays funny. Yeah, I like Sua, like soap, like the white one. Yeah, I do. Yes, the expressions with like using the word God is that's good. Uh, the expression that we use the word God in it is slightly different, but okay. So, but we're going to do. We're going to do like a video on it, and I'm going to like help you with the pronunciation so that you can practice more. Could you tell me when will the borders open? There is still like not like a specific time. They say like either 3 of July or the 10th of July, and they are still don't talk about like foreigners or tourists. They are talking about Moroccans that they are stuck in outside of Morocco and they want to bring them back to Morocco. So no one know really. But I don't think it's going to take long. I think like they might be surprising us in any time and say, okay, the border is open. They are like working on it. So I make sure in Morocco they are like really want to open the borders because it's the economy of Morocco, so they really want to do that fast. So they are going to do it as fast as they can. When they will think that it's like safe for everyone, they would like just open the border. Yes, the expressions that we use with God is like some of them like we don't always use them. For example, the ones like that's hard are the ones that you use them when someone passed away and you just want to help them during this time. This one's like it's not going to be always used. So by the time you're going to use it, probably are already speaking Darija. What else? But the ones that we use daily is inshallah, and you already know this one, inshallah, and alhamdulillah, which is thank God, tabarakallah alik. Tabarakallah alik is like same as like a mashallah, which means like God bless you and or put bless in you. Tabarakallah alik. So it's tabaraka, actually from standard Arabic. So the baraka, like which is like the blessing of God, Allah, tabarakallah, of God, alik is on you. So when we use it like when someone does something good, or yeah, already like they are working good, or they do anything good, you will just say tabarakallah alik. And also, if like someone looking good, you will say tabarakallah alik, which is well, like you look good, tabarakallah alik. You know, mean like God puts bliss in you. So you can use it always. It is a compliment if you're going to say it to someone just like by itself. Like for example, if you talking to your boyfriend and he just like did something new, and just like you said like tabarakallah alik, it's mean like God plus bless in you, it's mean like you're looking good. Yes, for pronunciation is tabarakallah alik, tabarakallah alik, tabarakallah alik. So when you go to the first, you don't emphasize anything. It's just tabarakal, tabarakal. When you get to the la, you have to emphasize it. So it's going to be tabarakallah, tabarakallah alik, tabarakallah alik. Okay? When you get to the alik, smile. Alik, alik, alik. Tabarakallah alik. Okay? Tabarakallah alik. Tabarakallah alik. Just like say it as many times as you can. Tabarakallah alik. Okay, for is anyone here new with us? If someone new with us, like you can like say like hi, and tell us like what's your like use your level. But okay, so guys, I think like the most important things like that you have to do when you are learning a language is like keeping like notes and organizing them. So when you are like learning and you learn like sentences, and a lot of people asking for vocabulary, so when you keep them, when you keep the vocabulary, put them in sentences. When you have the sentences, speak them out loud, like try like to practice them and like just like use them, just like cramming them, like the drill, like you say it once, twice, three times, as much as you can till you are like comfortable with it, till its speed sounds like natural. Okay. And second of all, when you get that, try to get the sentences that you're going to use daily and see the structure. Like for example, if you see like some verbs that they are like similar, like breed, kleed, msheet, nseet, like all of them, they are like pronounced in the same way. Kleed, breed, msheet, nseet. So it sounds they are like from the same category. So even if you don't know grammar yet, you would like put them and use them in sentences. So for example, when you see like another verbs, and for example like كتب, ضرب, شرب, and it become like أنا كتبت, مشي, ضربت, نعست, and all of that, you know, you have to write them again and use them in sentences, and you have like an idea even when you are like a beginner. And when you do that, like just like try to practice and make it fun. When you feel like bored of that, just like try to watch some YouTube videos, like movies, songs. Even if you don't understand, it's just like look at the people how they are talking, look at the mouth movements, because it's very important, because we don't like really like in English speak just like in the teeth section, because we use our throat, so we open our mouth. So just like try to imitate them. And yeah, and just like you would say like you are like already doing good like every day by day. Middays, middays, I hope that's I pronounced that middays. Okay, you mean like middays. Yeah, just trying to figure out to pronounce that. So yeah, like new here. Welcome to the new people with us. I know it's like it's going to sound like too much for beginners with us sometimes when they are like in the middle of the lesson, or like they just like don't know what's happening. I'm always saying like morning tea talk is about everything. It's about language, about the culture, about Morocco in general. And during the night, I make like lessons every day, different lesson. If you haven't watched the previous lessons, try to watch them, or like just watch the videos that I do have. So it's going to give you like a huge idea. Even if you are absolute beginner, at least if you watch the videos, you're going to have basics. That's going to help you to understand. For pronunciation, there is like tricks. So when you see, for example, like a word that have like 3 consonants, 4 consonants, 5 consonants, no vowel, what do? Like you count like 2 consonants and you put like a little vowel in between, and it's going to help you with the pronunciation. For example, تعلمت, as I learned. I learned. So you would find here we have like how many consonants? We have 6, تعلمت in past tense, but there is no vowel at all. So it's going to be like really hard for you to pronounce because you don't know the language yet. What do? You have to put 2 consonants, ta, ta, and then you would stop, ta, lim. So if you notice what I did is I say like ta, 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 and then you will take a breath. Lim, lim, تعلمت, تعلمت, mit, تعلمت. For the pronunciation of the M, is always you have to press on your lips to get the right sound. تعلمت. In the end, it should be like the ear is like coming out of your mouth. تعلمت, تعلمت, تعلمت. So this is how you get like the sounds. Like when you learn in language, you just have to know the tricks. And of course, like beginners don't know like how to deal with all of this. This is why I'm here, to show you how to pronounce things right, even if you are by yourself. So whenever like you see like a word like, and you don't know how to pronounce it, and just like you found it somewhere, you just like have to use like 2 consonants, put like a little vowel, and then like the rest is always like faster. تعلمت, تعلمت. The first 2 is always not that emphasized. It's just ta, 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 ta. See, like my mouth is like really relaxed. I don't have to emphasize on anything. Ta, ta, ta. When you get to the middle, you have to emphasize them. تعل, l. So I make like a strong voice. تعل is like a dark L. Of course, the 2 L's, we just emphasize them. We don't pronounce like 2 L's, like just like 1 L. تعلمت, تعلمت, تعلمت. When I go to the T in the end, it's T, T. And it's really important because all verbs in past tense, like irregular verbs, in the end of I, you would find T always. كتبت, تعلمت, مشيت. So that you have like really to stop at it and like get the ears coming out of like your teeth, like between your teeth. It's like t, t, t. If you do your hands like this, you will feel the air coming out. T, t. You will feel it like coming like really strong. So then you would like get the real sound. تعلمت, and people will understand you because you are like pronouncing it right. تعلمت, تعلمت. If like an English speaker or the speaker, they would like read it, they would just like say like تعلمت or something, تعلمت. So they would then open their mouth and like say emphasizing a part of the language, like a part of the word. So people don't understand it because they are not pronouncing it right. So pronunciation is very important. So تعلمت. And I'm repeating that because you'll find a lot of words like this, and if you learned how to say this one, you would like the other ones is going to be easy because most of the verbs have like just like 3 consonants. When you conjugate them in the past tense, you would add like the T in the end when you talk about I. For example, كتب, كتبت, كتبت. I wrote. By the way, the irregular verbs in English is not the same in Darija. Darija have its own irregular verbs. So كتبت, كتبت is the verb is كتب, it's like to write. In past tense, كتبت, كتبت. So we just add the tip. So that's like it sounds like four consonants. How am I going to pronounce this? So you have to say to count like two consonants, kt, and then put like a little vowel, and then you would add kt. It's going to be like this. Ktibt, kt, 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 and then b, t, ktibt. So in the end, the t always emphasized and the ear should come from the t. Ktibt, ktibt, تعلمت. So if you get this like sounds and like when to emphasize and when not, then you will pronounce everything correctly, just like as a native, because it's just about like the mouth movement and breathing and all of that. You were the best teacher which I had seen. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you are enjoying the lessons. But yes, as I said, like it's just about explaining things. So any language, there is like no hard language, but when you find like some teachers when that they are like simplifying it, it's like it gets easier. You think you would find it okay, it's not like a big thing, it's just like you have to add like a little vowel, and then if you say something and then you will get the sounds right and people will understand you and will speak the language easy. And also like this is what I say, like it's good to learn things from the beginning, because when you learn like a bad habit, when you learn like a bad pronunciation, it's like really hard like later on to change it and get it back right. But if you are learning it right from the beginning, then it's become like really easy and it does not like waste you a lot of time. Blanca, صباح الخير. كل شيء مزيان? Yes, okay. So yes, we said like تعلمت, كتبت. So whenever you see the t in the end, it should be like t, t, t. And then like if you have like in a sentence, when you have like a sentence, you just like you stop, take a break. For example, كتبت في البيسي. So you stop, you take rest. It's not like you have like to say everything and don't breathe. So you really have to breathe. You say like كتبت, كتبت, and then you say في PC or كتبت في الكتاب in a book. So the rest of the sentence you have like to stop, take a breath, and then just like go on. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who are like supporting me and helping me. It's like means the world to me. Thank you so much. أنا سابقة الحمد لله. Like I'm already awake like for like probably 5 hours now. I woke up pretty early today. Okay, so yes, so this is like one of the things that you should like keep in mind when you are like writing things and you're trying to practice your speaking. And so this is like one of the things. And for the sounds that I was talking about, like that they have like the same rhythm, the ones like breathes, which mean like I want, sheets, I went, cleats, I ate, seats, I forgot. So for pronunciation of this, so you should not like pronounce it as Brit, Mshit, Klit, like in your language. So you have like really to say it as like Moroccan says. For us, like we really open our mouth. This is why we speak loud. I always say that. We don't like speak out loud just like this. It's just because we have to. And when we say something like it's like come from the true, and then we have like to use our muscles. So we really have to widen our mouth. And when we do that, we just like speak loud because of that. And when someone in Morocco like doesn't speak loud, we don't like really hear them correctly, and it will be like snow, and you don't really understand. I'm Moroccan. I'm just glad someone teaching Moroccan Darija the right way. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And yeah, I really love Darija. It's like my language, and I really I every day like I fall in love with Darija every day because it's like very like unique language, and when you, even when you know like too much about it, and then you discover, oh, this word came from India, like it's like a Hindus word, and just and then you was like, oh, these words they come from Portugal, and you learn like where some words came from, like you know enough, you know that these words came from Arabic or from Berber Spanish, but sometimes you discover that this word is like same as like another place, which is like really amazing for me. Yes, okay, so here we were talking about like the category of like some words that you have like to pronounce them in another in a certain way. For example, breed, sheet, cleat, seat, they are all like having the same like sounds. When you hear them, like you will say like eat, 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 something like it's in the middle type e. So as I said, in the end they all have like the last one is in seats. I forgot. There is no like no e at the end. Yes. Okay. So this when you pronounce them, as I took the area like for the t, it should be like it should be like a stop sound. T t Brit, sheet, cleat, seat. T, t, t. If you see you do that, like you're going to really feel the ear. T Brit, sheet, cleat. So for the sound again, when you like using this this is like irregular verbs because bram, sha, kla, and sa. So it does you don't like really think about too much about the grammar, but for the pronunciation when you have like this I in the end, so what you have to do is like really widen your mouth. Breathe, sheet, cleat, seat. So when you are like doing it in a normal way, if you're not going to do that, people will like find it like is either like it's going to be an accent or they would not understand you. Or you're not going to hear the sound. So when you say something correctly, you would also like hear it correctly. So what it happens, we say like breathe, breathe. So what we do is like we widen our like mouth, and it should be like you would feel it here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Even when we say it fast, it's still like we go like really fast with it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So same as for mshit, mshit, mshit. Even when I say it faster, it's still like the t sound. I stop in it. Mshit, mshit, mshit. So just like try to practice that and look at the mirror and see if you are like doing that, because if you're not doing it, it's going to give like another like way of talking. It's going to be like wait, shit, please. You will be like, what are you saying? I can't understand you and I can't hear you. And it should be like stronger. Breathe, shit, cleat, seat. So for this, like whenever like you see something like this in sentences, you would know like okay, it's like same as breathe. I'm going to pronounce it this way. And this is how like you would talk as Moroccan when you learn it as same as Moroccans saying it. I mean, they might not be aware of it, but this is what I'm telling you. Like when you watch like movies, like Moroccan movies or something, just try to notice. You don't have to understand anything, but like when you see like something like eat, 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 you'd see like they are like really smart is like kind of smiling or grinding like why they are doing it. So you'd like know that category is pronounced that way. For like the ones that have like three consonants, they are pronounced in a certain way, and then you would know like when to emphasize something and when not to emphasize. So yes, you're good with this category. So far, like we learned like how to deal with long words, how to deal with the consonant that like small ones that they have like just three consonants and no vowel, and you don't know what to deal with it. And for the one that's like having the e sound, e. So the thing is like this is for English speaker mostly. For you, the I, you would pronounce it I. So when you like reading things, you think you assume that somehow in some words it's going to be I, but it's never I. For us, this is as like is as we are we have like second language is French, so it's like E. So it's always E. Same like E. Like when you say me, me. So whenever you're going to say the E, it's going to be like E, E or E. Depend. It's like cleat, and seat, and sheet. breeds. So it's like E. It's never I. It's never I. It's I just in English, not in Darija. Okay. For the vowel E, this one, whatever you call it, this is like ah. Ah, it's like in father. Ah, fa, father, like bra, msha, kla. So if you see this one's bra, it's like two ones. Msha, it's like to go, kla, to eat, um, bra is like to get well. So this sounds is always like the is like always it's like in father. Bra, msha, kla, bra. So what do you do with sounds? It's always like this. Bra, msha, kla. So always the same movements. And here is like when you like see again like the same like words as this, you'd know like how to pronounce it. It's bra, msha, kla. So here we're going to emphasize the first one because nsa is to forget. Nsa is to forget. نسى بغى نسى شي حاجة he forgot something بغى شي حاجة كلا بيتزا كلا بيتزا مشى للدار بغى بغى حريرة. So when you like, I'm sorry, like very noisy, but it's like came from the outside. There's some construction. Okay, yes, inside is like to forget. So it's like it goes like really going like that way. Bra, nsa, msha, kla, bra, and all of them. So when you get like this kind of sounds, it's like really helpful when you practice them out loud. So if you are like just writing this down and not like really like practice them out loud with me, because you're going to forget it, because at least practice it when you are like learning. It might going to sound funny if you are not alone or if you are in the office or somewhere, but who cares? Like it's like really fun to do something not it's like really normal. But if you couldn't, just try when you are alone and just like watch and practice them out loud. It's very important to see yourself how you are doing with your movements, if you are like breathing right, and it should not like be hard. If you are doing it right, it's going to be easy. It's not easy when you are not doing it right. So if any word like you found it like hard to pronounce, it's mean you're doing something wrong. It's either with the mouth movements, if either is going to be about the breathing or like a part of words that of the word that you're not like pronouncing right. So yeah, so far so good. You understood this so far? This is like just for the words. Like even for sentences, there is like some ups and downs, like how you pronounce things. ومع ومع نستنى. What is ومع? Sorry, I was like touching something. I'm going to keep my hands to myself. Whenever I touch something on the laptop, I end up like ending something or doing something. So I just like keep my hands here. ومع نستنى is like ومع is like an word. نستنى is like to wait. استنى. I don't know, like, do you mean like what does this one mean, or you are asking? I just like don't know like what does like really mean. يعني أنا نتسنى هذه استنى. That's like really funny, you know. Good, okay. I was waiting. كنت I was كنت 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 or كنت سنة كنت سنة. But actually, you know, Blanca is nitsinna, it's not nistinna. So you have like to switch the T and S. So nitsinna. Nitsna. So this is the, but when you see anansna, it means like I'm like waiting. But if you said like I'm waiting is anansna, that's correct. But it's like nitsna. Nisna is like actually is like if I think it's like either Egypt that they say that, but I did understand this. Nothing I didn't understand it, but we say nitsna. Nistenna is like I think in Egypt that they say like nistennak, like from the songs. Probably you get it like from the songs. I don't know. Nistenna. They say I'm studying now. But yes, if you said like Blanca, if you used ever like the verb was before any verb, you will keep the ka. Kunt stinna. Kantsna. Now I'm going to be confused. Kantsna. How would I say I'm studying now? You would say أنا كان قرأ دابا. No, from a photo of humor من بعد عن لك في WhatsApp. Yeah, it could be. I don't know, like maybe if in another region or like someone just like when they were like writing, they switched it, and that happens. So when I read this first time, I did understand it, but we just like saying tsna, and then tsnek, but not nisnek. Nisnek is mostly like from other countries like Egypt, Lebanon. Yes, you said like Joanna, I am studying now. You would say Anna. You don't have to say Anna, but like sometimes we don't like normally use it with the verbs. You say كنقرأ. كنقرأ دابا. So the verb قرأ, it means like to study, but also to read. Like it's both meaning. You can use it to mean like I read or I study. It like people understand you from context. كنقرأ. I can say كنقرأ كتاب. I can say like I'm reading a book. And I can say أنا كنقرأ biology. I'm studying biology. So it's like both ways. You will pronounce it كنقرأ كنقرأ كنقرأ. Okay, the same as like for the others like in sabra kla is like qra qra qra, so the mouth is like just like slightly open qra, and then like the sound like change depending on what consonants are you using. For the can, the n should be emphasized. Can qra can qra can qra. Okay, can qra can sa. Yes, أنا كنقرا دابا. أنا كنقرا دابا. So the reason why we don't use a lot the أنا and ta and all of that, I said it too many times in my old videos. The reason why we're not using a lot of pronouns is because already the meaning in the verb. So كنقرا is like already shows that I'm talking about I'm talking about myself. So when we see now, just like either like we are emphasizing that you are reading now, or you just like you're not using it and already people will understand you. So either way is correct. But mostly like we always like use it with the adjectives. We always use it with adjective and جيعان and في الناس and this, because you want to emphasize that you are feeling certain way or you are certain way. Thank you. What is Mandy made سالك? Oh, that's like really really good. Mandy made سالك is mean like when you do like something good, when you really do something good. Oh, sorry, hold on. Yes, معدي ما يتسالك, we use it like it's like literally it's mean like I don't have nothing to owe you, to owe me, like you owe me. Like I'm always like confused with owe me and owe you. It's like you did everything right. It's mean like it's like depending on context. So if about like yourself as like the appearance, it's mean like I have nothing to say, you look beautiful. If about like work, so and you did something like a good work, it's going to be like they would say like man di metzalek, which mean like yes, an expression that shows like you did something right. I have nothing to say. Man di metzalek, I have nothing to say about you or about the work you did. It depending on context, but it's like a rather like a good expression. Unless if you are sarcastic, if was a man demand سالك ايش هالشي, like what is this, like I have nothing to say, so that can be negative, but rarely we use it in a negative way. Mostly it's positive. It's writing actually like this may سالك, but Moroccan write it whatever like they hear it. It's mean not like it's like okay, so I'm always like about like own you and own me. um I'm trying to find the word in English, so it's like when I have nothing made sell, I have like nothing. It's like really hard to like to put the literal one made selek. So selek is like when you are like someone you lend like someone money and you need like the money back, but my tzedek is the negative. It's like I have nothing from you to say about you or like from you, sorry. No, I didn't want to do this. No, okay, I'm good. It's just with my laptop sometimes it does something crazy. Yes, so mate select is like used literally to mean like I don't like own you any money or own me. So I'm like really struggling with like own you and own me. So when you are like lending money to someone and you still need them to give you the money back. So what does in English? If someone like no can like let me know. Yes, it's an expression. So when like Blanca said to me like to give the literal meaning, it's like really hard because we don't use it like by itself. We never use the word by itself, like might select. We say like can select, like how I give you our money and you need like to give it back to me. But the word by select is not like used by itself. Is not. Okay, Blanca, if you still confused, I'm going to try to explain it in another way, but made select, we don't use it by itself. Like, we never use it by itself. ربما like شنو كيتسالك in a question, what does he owe you, or like can tell like I like owe someone money. Yes, but then you're going to say like تسالني والو, like you owe me. Yes. This is like what I was like looking for, like to outsell, and Mandy made select is like owe you nothing. And when you say like I have nothing to owe you, which mean like you are like already like doing, but the expression already mean like you are like doing something great, like I have nothing to say about. That's what it mean in English, but by itself it have the meaning of like sell to owe. Yes. Okay, middays. I think like he already like explained it well. Mandy made selk is like I owe you nothing, but not in a bad way. So the expression is most of the time used in a positive way. Okay, guys, do you have any questions? It's already about to be an hour, so please, if you have any question, you can ask me anything. Okay, So yes, as we here talked about, the words, we're still going to go like further with the words and how to pronounce them correctly, and where to emphasize and where not, especially like with sentences. But like when you get the words, no, أنا كنت سالك انتي كت انتي كت. Okay, I wasn't writing. انتي كتساليني، انت كتسالني. Okay. Yeah, here where is like the grammar is important, so you really have to use it this way. انتي كتساليني، انت كتسالني. If you want to say the negative, you'd say ما كتسالنيش، ما كنسالكش. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, guys, if you have any question, please ask me because I have to go in a few minutes. Excuse me. Okay, just like try your best like to practice the verbs I give you and how to pronounce them. It's very important. It's going to help you a lot with speaking, and also it's going to make it like really easier for you because when you pronounce things correctly, it's like yes, we always like من بعد رد لك فلوسك. I actually have like some friends that I like lent money like probably like I don't know how many years, and they would never give it back. Salam Mari, how are you? كده إذا لبس عليك. Yes, today it was like a very good lesson for pronunciation. Just try to rewatch it. But if I will ever be able, I will try to do podcasts so that people, if they are busy, they can like just listen and learn. What's the last sentence I gave? Where is the last? I said it. Katselni is like you owe me. Okay, you're talking about Ntaka Itselek and I oh yes, yes, in money. Yes, it's just in money, but like the expressions that like Joanna said, like is not, it has nothing to do about money. So it's like here, like for like Nta, like you see, like you owe me, and then T is like same, like you owe me. Yes, so when we said the expression ما عندي ما يتسالك, it's mean like you have nothing like to I owe you nothing. But the expression is like very positive expression to me, like I have nothing to say, which means you did a great job, or like you're looking great, that I have like no comments, nothing to say about that thing. But literally the verb that I gave before, it's mean like just like you owe me. Yes, انت كتسألني. Yes, it's mean like I'm impressed. Like I'm really impressed. Oh, let me take that back. Okay. Okay, no, cancel. You're very welcome. Yes, it's mean like I'm really I'm impressed. Um, it's like really good. It's like really good. And also, like I said, like it's only used in negative way when someone like is sarcastic and say like I'm impressed with what damage you did. So then it's gonna be like you can use it in that way. It's gonna be like ما عندي ما يتسالك ايش هاد الشيء. Uh, it's like if it's like something like bad, you can use it in that way instead of me like I'm impressed in a bad way. But it's always like people in Morocco they use it in a positive way. Yes, guys, thank you for being here. If you have any question, let me answer it because I really have to go. I have some things that I have to do it on time, or I will be like very tightened with it. The tongue twister, the sound, yeah, that's need practice for sure. No worries, not everyone like in Morocco they do the tongue twister right. Most of them they say like ra ra, and we have a name for that. We say like gurwad or gurwada, but you just like have to practice it in a like regularly, like just for fun. Like you don't have like to do it like because you have to do it. Just like do it for fun. You just like practice like you have like to twist your tongue and like do it too many times. If you're going to do that, you're going to it's going to be to have like the perfect R, like ra ra ra. R. But if you're going to go like just like it's not going to work. You have like to really practice. Like it's about the practice, knowing like where to put your tongue. Um, and just like if you did that, like because at the beginning it's going to be that's going to get me to any mistake. I never actually saw this. اللحم الأحمر حرام واللحم الحمام حلال. And then you have like to do it like so many times. اللحم الأحمر حرام الحم الحرام حرام. That's going to be funny. Actually, there are like too many of like sentences that have like similar words, and you have to say them fast. But sometimes when you say them fast, you will get the wrong like words, which is like very funny. Like we used to do that when we were kids. So it's like yes. Same like I do have like some of them that I still remember. Like it's خيارة في غدايا, it's خيارة في عشايا, which mean I eat a cucumber in my lunch and in my dinner. And but if you say them like very fast, sometimes like you're going like to do something wrong, and it's going to be like I eat in my lunch or something like that. So it's like was like a fun game that we used to play as game like as kids. Okay, yes. You guys, do you have any question? Who just came here because I saw like some new student like just like for numbers. Yes, for people who did not watch this video from the beginning, make sure to watch it because it's like very important to get the sounds right. What is that? Ko? Shko? Shtek. I don't know like what that X over there. Khdek. خدو خو كون في ذلك الدولة قلقتك فوياخ فوياخ. I don't know. I never heard fuyach. What is fuyach? Is there is any Moroccan guy with us slang or something like a new slang that I don't know, but I never heard fuyach. Where is the guy who says like he's Moroccan? Where are you? What's your name? Midais. Have you ever like heard the word fuyach in Darija? I have no idea what it is. Shamali word for fukash. Yes. Oh yes, that's so weird. You see, like some words, princess. It's mean princess. What does it mean? Ah, Lalla. Lalla is mean like it's like literally princess, but when used with okay, so I'm answering Joanna. The word Lalla is mean like a princess, like when you are talking with princesses. But like in real life, it just mean like ma'am, like just like a ma'am. كي دايره لالا لاباس على لا دخلي يا لالا تفضلي يا لالا. It just mean like a ma'am. It's a very polite to say to someone like you don't know. It's just like I already like said this in one of my videos. It's mean like سيدي للا. سيدي is sir and lalla is ma'am. It's a Shamali word for فوقاش. Yeah, Blanca, you see like some Shamali words I can't never guess. For example, for like Fuyah, I never heard it in my whole life. So yes. Bidays, are you from the north? I am like half like some of my parents like Sata is mean like sister. It's like Sata Sat, bro and sis, but it's a slang one. It's like used mostly in Casablanca, maybe Marrakesh and Rabat Sali. You would say Sat for a man to mean bro, and Sata to mean like sis. But it's a slang word. Okay, yes. Yeah, have sent to me. شنو قلقتك قلقتك. That's like wrong, but it's like it makes sense. So قلقتك is like what bothers you. قلقك قلقك or قلقتك, like what is قلقتك. So I assume it was like already something before it because it has sa. So yes, like what bother you. Khwadriya instead of sad. Yeah, yeah. Khwadriya and Khwadri. It's mean like a brother. It's like also like yeah. This is like my father always like would say it to my mom, even if my mom is not like his sis, but it's like slang. They would like use it for fun. So yes, I know that. So some words I do hear them like from my family, my father's family, but the word that I said before, I never hear this. Okay. تلقاتك. الدولة تلقاتك. Which دولة is like a country. دولة. تلقاتك is let you. Let you. For example, like in quarantine now, like the quarantine is no longer like over here. الدولة تلقاتك is mean like it lets you free. Okay. No, because Hassan, like it's depending on the sentence. So the sentence دولة تلقاتك, which mean like it let go. So تلقاتك, this is what I told him, like it depending on the sentence, but the sentence he gave, it was this. دولة, he said دولة تلقاتك, which mean like the country is like let you go. تلقاتك. فويا جيتي. I found this word like really funny when to use in sentence like فويا instead of فوقاش or إمتاش or uh, إمتاش. So that's what it means. مرحبا بك. Yes. Yes. Okay. So guys, I really have to go because it's about to be 10. I have something like with 10 strides, so I have like to get ready for it. So thank you for being here. I will see you tonight at 9 p.m. And we're going to finish with the pronunciation practice and sentences practice for people who want like to practice speaking with me. And yes, don't be discouraged if you found it hard at the beginning. It's always like the beginning always hard. So when you practice more and you just like do it daily, it's become easier and easier. and you would find yourself like talking in no time. um على واجب شيفام. ثانك يو، شكرا. نهارك مبروك حتى انت. جوانا على واجب. بلانكا شكرا. حتى نتوما كلكم نهاركم مبروك. نهاركم مبروك is mean like have a blessed day or like have a good day, but for us we always say نهارك مبروك which mean have a blessed day. ونشوفكم في الليل. See you tonight إن شاء الله. Yes, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's going to help me with in the long run. And yes, thank you for supporting me and for your sweet words. You're all nice. Yes. نهاركم مبروك. اوكي، بسلامة وباي باي عليكم ونشوفكم من بعد ان شاء الله.